3, 2, 1. Houston, you are clear for liftoff.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 19 of this NHL 20 Custom League franchise mode with the Houston Cosmonauts. Just before we jump into this video, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please go down into this bottom corner right here and make sure you subscribe to the channel because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, let's jump into the video. So if you guys missed last episode, you're going to want to go back and check out all of the other episodes in this series. There will be a link up in the top corner of the video right now that will send you to a playlist of the entire series. Anyways, last episode we did get into the playoffs. We were able to beat the San Antonio Bulls in 7 games. It was a little bit too close for my liking, and really we got to do better here in these upcoming rounds of the playoffs. So this episode, guys, we will guaranteed be taking on the Phoenix Rattlesnakes. We might get into the next round of the playoffs too, depends on how smoothly this goes, but let's just take one more look at Phoenix, as I'm pretty sure they have a very good defense, and that's the majority of their team right there. Yeah, they've got Tyler Seguin, but he's now 34 years old. Tyson Joe's probably going to become their number one guy there pretty soon, as I'm not seeing a lot of other options in this team really. Like, just a lot of these guys are getting up there in age already. You look at their defense, Liljegren and Scavello are obviously their 1-2 best defenseman there. Erik Karlsson started to drop off. He's probably going to retire pretty soon, to be honest, but he's got over 1,000 points now as a defenseman, which is insane. But, you know, guys like Davidson on our team are on that same pace, and obviously Vasilevsky and Primo are good enough to win you a playoff series in net. So, really, I think we're pretty evenly matched. I think our offense is a little bit better than theirs. But anyways, let's get into this series here. So, our history against Phoenix goes something like we have played them twice before in the playoffs. The first season that we did in this franchise mode, we got knocked out in round 2 of the playoffs by them. 2 years later, we were able to beat them in round 2 and go on to win our first ever Stanley Cup as the Houston Cosmonauts. But let's get into this. This is going to be a fun series for sure. And, you know, they only got 41 wins, so they're the underdog here, but I'm not going to underestimate them at all. So, first period, it's a 0-0 game as we outshoot them 11-8. Second period, it's 1-1 as Karlsson scores even strength, and then Donovan Leach converts on the power play to tie it up. We're outshooting them by 11 shots heading into the third here. So let's see what we can do. Really, if we just keep piling on shots, I get the feeling we're going to put a puck in the net eventually. Obviously, their goaltending is very good, but there you go. Mikhail Savan is able to net the puck there, give us a 2-1 lead, and we move forward here into a whole bunch of penalty kill, which we do manage to kill off. So that is huge. Really, this is looking good. There's not much time left, but Tyson Jost does tie the game up, and that one kind of stings. So we head to overtime where we could blow a game that really should have been ours, but you never know, man. We kind of stopped shooting the puck, and there you go. The Phoenix Rattlesnakes come back. Tyson Jost scores 2 goals. I told you guys Tyson Jost was going to be dangerous as an 88 overall player, so the boys did not listen. They did not concentrate enough, and we pay for it on home ice there to start off with an overtime loss. That's terrible, boys. You got to be better, and you cannot let games slip. You got to focus right to the final buzzer. Anyways, game 2 starts off a 1-1 game as Heiskanen opens the scoring, but Donato ties it. We get outshot 13-3 on home ice. My goodness, what is going on? Second period, it's a 2-2 game as we get a lot more shots that period. Paling and Johnson both score for their teams, and we're getting outshot 27-17. So heading into the third, you know, we lost a close one last time. I'm hoping we can win a close one this time, but you never know. And when you give up power plays, it's not a good way to win a game. So still get outshot by 10 shots here, but Ryan Paling nets his second of the game to give us a 3-2 lead. And then, of course, Robertson ties it up. 5 minutes left, or 7 minutes left now, and yeah, not much time. Really, we're not getting enough shots to deserve to win this game, but you never know. We're in another overtime game here, and anything can happen. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs, so let's see what happens here. No power plays or anything yet in overtime, and we're halfway through the first overtime here. There's a power play for the Rattlesnakes, which does not convert. And really, that was a bit of a momentum swing. Not really. Doesn't look like it is. We're still getting outshot pretty heavily. And we are headed into double overtime. Phoenix has gotten 50 shots on net, and somehow we come away with the victory. Jaden Anderson gets the game winner there on our 39th shot of the game. I'm sure everybody's just exhausted after that. My goodness, what a game that was. So, 2 close games here. We come out on the right end of one of them, but obviously we wanted to use home ice advantage to the best of our abilities, which doesn't happen there. So, heading into game 3 now, we obviously want to take one game on the road if possible. Looks like the Stingrays are up 2-0 against the Hammerheads. Everybody else is tied 1 apiece in the East. So, yeah, pretty balanced series here by the looks of it. This is definitely a balanced playoff bracket that's going on right now, but we are going to get Davidson back on that +5 chemistry boost by tossing Tommy Salio back in here. And this should definitely improve our defense a little bit as Davidson, when Davidson's on that +5 boost, he's 102 rated technically and really just kills it as a defenseman. Anyways, let's get into game 3 now and start off 0-0 there. Okay, so we get outshot 13-9. Nobody scores though in Phoenix in game 3. Second period. It is a 1-1 game as Tyler Johnson opens the scoring, and then Kirby Doc ties it up. We're getting outshot 25-23. So heading into the third, obviously we want to try and take this game, but these are all close games, man. The defense is tight. Vasa Yunov finds an opening and is able to score. Power play for Phoenix doesn't convert, which is huge. Power play for us does convert as Vasa Yunov gets his second of the game. Let's go, Marcus. That's huge. Anything else going to happen here? Yep, Davidson gets a goal. I told you that +5 chemistry boost is going to be huge. It's a 4-1 game now, and this is by far the most spread out game we have had so far. All our other games have been 1-goal contests, but yeah, Vasa Yunov and Davidson making big dents there in that result, as well as Jamie Larmour. So, we have a chance to go up 3-1 here after losing game 1 in overtime. And really, if we can do that, I think we're on pace for, a good playoffs here. But game 4, man, if you take it on home ice or on away ice, you're doing really good. So we start off up 2-1 as Heiskin opens the scoring. Savan gives us a 2-goal lead, and then Liljegren cuts it back to 1. 10-10 on shots after the first. Second period, it's a 6-2 game as John Davidson nets 2 goals in the second period. And then Vasa Yunov does 2. Donato gets 1 for the Rattlesnakes, but really, this game is a little too far out of hand now for Phoenix. 4-goal difference is too much for their offense to handle, I would assume. And really, we just got to sim this out, and we are probably going to take a 3-1 stranglehold after all the scoring and offense we just got from our team, man. That's one of the things, is with those 31 custom franchise and elite players that I built, or I created, having 3, or I guess we have 4 of those guys, right? Because we have Leach, Savan, Davidson, and Larmour. With those guys, it's like, oh my goodness, like our team is going to stay competitive for a long time. Holy crap, Clayton Keller had 5 assists in that game and no goals. Gets himself first star and now leads the team with 15 points in 11 games, averaging an assist per game. So looks like Montreal and Ottawa both got up in their series. They're up 3-1 now. We're up 3-1 against Phoenix, and San Jose dropped 1 game to San Diego, but they're still up 3-1. So heading back home, we have a chance to knock out the Rattlesnakes in just 5 games here, which would be nice. It would be smooth, and it wouldn't, take away from our team's stamina and ability to perform in the playoffs still. So first period, we're down 1-0 as JT Miller gets the opening goal there. We outshoot them 14-7, so a goal is going to come if you boys keep shooting the puck, but let's see what happens in the second. So second period, we're still down 1-0. You guys know I got to jump in because we have the opportunity to eliminate a team here. And, ow, that was my elbow. Anyways, you can see the difference here in overall team ability. All right, guys, so 20 minutes here, we can either eliminate them or this game is going to at least 6 or maybe 7, or this series is going to at least 6 or 7 games. So not much time left here. We're going to try to play our game, which is puck possession, good puck movement, and not as many turnovers as we're seeing right now. So, Salio tripped his guy up. That's too bad. That's not a good start. I poke checked twice and I paid for it. Anyways, let's try to kill this off. I lost the face off. That's just great, isn't it? Good save, Larmour. Lambos will get the puck down, as this is just a one-shot game, really. But, you know, if we allow them to shoot the puck too much, it's going to be a 2 or 3 shot game. My God, they're breaking in and attacking with some speed. That's not what you like to see. Fortunately, Larmour is on his game, so we're going to be all right. All right, face-off is 1. Great play there by Leach, and honestly, he's got space here. The defenseman made a bad pinch. There's the pass. Oh, and Cullen just missed the opportunity. Eriksson does get pinned pretty good there, though. Oh, that was a penalty? You got to be kidding me, man. How on earth was that a penalty? That was just a good, clean, solid shoulder-to-shoulder hit. It's not a charge, man. It's just Lambo's catching his guy along the boards. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I guess you could call that a charge, but that's a little weak. Especially when they're already on a power play and they still have a minute and a half left. Not great, boys. Come on, boys. Donovan Leach looking for a play. Finds a lane and it's tipped. Mikhail Savan. Let's go. Let's go, boys. I had to pause there, but it kind of let me just get my mental state in the right spot to create a play. And we finally convert on the power play. That took way too long. So yeah, fortunately, we do manage to tie this game up. And, man, you can't keep taking penalties, Phoenix. You guys are getting bounced from the playoffs, so. Yeah, great tip. Vasilevsky's like, I got this one. It's like, oh, it went under my glove. Vasilevsky obviously is a very good goalie, and he's kind of standing on his head, if you want my opinion. So, here we go, face-off. Leach finally wins it. Davidson ends the Rattlesnakes playoff run. What a shot. You know when you line up a 102 rated offensive defenseman right in the slot that he's probably going to be burying it. So, yeah, that was just the play that literally worked to perfection. That could not have gone any better. And our captain sends us through to round 2 most likely here. Obviously, the game is not over yet, but what a shot it was from the captain, John Davidson. So, just under 30 seconds left. We pretty much have this game in the bag now. And there you go. Houston knocks out the Rattlesnakes in just 5 games. That is the quickest series we have ever had with them. Our other 2 series went to 6 and 7 games. So finally we are able to knock out Phoenix, as their scoring was not nearly as lethal as it has been in the past. And we won some tight ones, so that was the difference in this series for sure. So captains get to shake hands there. Erik Karlsson's still their captain out of all the players they've got. So yeah, what a series it was. Great performance from our team. We'd only give up a single goal there and give us the opportunity to win. So yeah, no, there's some good chances there. And, you know, our big guns come through with Savan getting the game-tying goal, Davidson winning the game with under 30 seconds left, and Donovan Leach gets assists on both of those, which I think is one of the most underrated stats there. Alright, so we will be taking on the San Jose Stingrays next. Looks like all the other games in the East are going to at least 6 games, if not 7 here. So we'll advance a day or 2. I get the feeling that Montreal and Ottawa are going to be the other 2 teams that get through here. But you never know. And looks like, yeah, Ottawa's through, but Montreal and Indianapolis go to 7. So, who gets through there? Yeah, Montreal and Ottawa, I called it. So, we've got the San Jose Stingrays. I showed you guys this team, told you they were going to be lethal. And this is now the 3rd time that we will meet them in the conference finals. And the 3rd time that we've ever met them in the playoffs. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun series for sure. And Really, this team is absolutely insane. They've got such good offense, it's scary. And then the defense has actually grown into its own, and really the only weakness they've got is goaltending at this point. But, I think we could probably make these guys pay for not having the greatest goaltending. It's going to be more of a shooting and scoring fest here, really, because Brookbank, Harris, and Kucherov together is an insanely good lineup. And then obviously Horvat and Ritchie on the second line is going to crush some of our players too, no questions asked. But yeah, this will be a fun series. I mean, we have knocked out San Jose we actually swept them last year, but the year before, or no, 3 years before that, we went to 7 with them. And obviously this team did put up a couple more wins than we did, but we had those 11 overtime losses. So that's why we won the President's Trophy and they did not. They were obviously right on our tail for the regular season. So it's not really a surprise. I don't know why I went to player stats. It's not really a surprise, though, that we met them here because they were ranked as one of the best teams in the league. Still, they finished 2 points behind us, man. That's it. And they actually had the most wins in the regular season, too. So Montreal, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But Ottawa was a little bit further down. You would have expected a team like Chicago maybe to make it. But, Ottawa's got some great players there. You look at that lineup, man, like, holy crap. Ottawa's good. What about Montreal? They've got a great lineup too, don't they? Yes, they do. Oh my goodness, that is actually sweet. And Bednar's they drafted 9th overall, and he's an offensive defenseman who's insane. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they've made it here either. They really turned Jack Hughes into their franchise centerpiece, and they've honestly managed it much better than they did to start off. So anyways, we're going to get into this San Jose series here. They were 9-1-0 heading into the playoffs, and, I do want to see just how the playoff bracket's gone for them up to this point. Looks like they've had a 7-game series and a 5-game series, so they're at the exact same place as we are. As far as Ottawa goes, they had a 7 and a 6-game series. Montreal had 2 7-game series, so they've had a tough road, but, I think these are the 2 best teams in the league right here as far as San Jose and Houston go. And let's see how Game 1 starts off. So we do have home ice advantage by 2 points on them in the regular season. Let's see if that pays off. So first period, 0-0. We get outshot 9-6 as San Jose's offense seems to be operating as usual. So second period, it's still 0-0 as the defense is proving to be the strength of these teams here. And we are getting outshot 20-15 heading into the third. This is anybody's game at this point. And really, we're getting outshot quite heavily at this point. So if we can just keep up the defensive strength, we might stand a chance still. But San Jose is obviously a very good team, too. I'm not going to take them lightly. And down to the last 3 minutes here. Is anybody going to score? Looks like we're heading to overtime to decide Game 1. And it is still a completely clean game here as nobody has scored. This is something that you're not going to see very often. And we win. Let's go. Houston comes through with the win. Dante Heinen breaks the goalless streak there, man. We went almost 70 minutes without a goal. That's insane. Anyways, big win there in overtime. Doesn't happen all that often that a team shuts out the San Jose Stingrays. But yeah, this is looking good right now. So Ottawa wins their first game. Obviously, they've got a crazy good lineup. I actually want to go and look at the overall ratings for Ottawa and Montreal as they are going to be. We might end up seeing them still. It depends on how well we play, but I just want to see what these teams are looking like. So yeah, Montreal's looking nice with Hughes and Kakko, obviously the same draft year, right? So those guys are nice together. And then they got Getzel there. Riley's nice. Bednar's is going to be their number 1 defenseman moving forward probably. And yeah, they've got all right goaltending. It's not good enough to beat this team that's so offensively strong. Like, I just don't see that happening, unfortunately, for them. So I would be betting on Ottawa to come through here, especially with the better goaltending in their favor as well as the offense. Like, man, we've seen Francois Lalonde win like 6 awards in 1 year before, so we know he's capable of a lot. David Pastrnak is obviously a sick player too. So I don't think Montreal stands much of a chance against the Spartans. I thought we were going to meet the Spartans last year in the finals, as they were the one team that bested us in regular season standings, but that has not been the case here yet. We have never met the Ottawa Spartans in the playoffs up to this point. We've only seen the Chicago Devils out of the East so far. So anyways, let's stay focused on this Western Conference Finals here against the Stingrays, but we do have a 1-0 lead on home ice here, so let's see what happens in Game 2. First period, still 0-0. We outshoot them 13-7 here to start off, so that's not bad. Second period, we net 3 power play goals as the penalties come pouring in here. And 4 penalties for the Stingrays makes them pay as we convert 3 times on the power play. What a period that was for the Cosmonauts, as 3 goals in a period against a team of this caliber is obviously huge. We get another power play, and we are 4 for 5 on power plays. Frank Petrano brings it back to a 3-goal game, but Davidson really putting the mark on our power play percentage and showing other teams that we are just simply better than them if they're going to give us the man advantage. So, not much time left. We've really just dominated this game on home ice, and 37 shots, 38 make that. Donovan Leach scores again. We win that game 5-1. We are rolling right now. We are on pace to sweep these guys right now, and it'll be the second year in a row if we do sweep them. But Mikhail Saban's got 10 goals, 7 assists in 14 games, leading the team there. I'm actually interested to see how the rest of our team's scoring right now. Obviously, Davidson didn't get off to a great start in the playoffs, but he's still up there. He's got 15 points in 14 games. Keller's got all the assists. I mean, Leach does too, but that whole top line has got 17 points right now, and they're just going to continue to crush it as long as we keep them together, which we're going to do. Why would we separate that line? It is so damn sturdy. Anyways, I'm just going to look through the draft class quickly, but and I think there is a franchise power forward in here in Landon Chelios, guys. I don't think I really showed you that, but Doug Brodziuk actually looks like a nice player too. He's a left-wing sniper, so you never know. Honestly, guys, the draft's looking pretty promising here heading out of these playoffs too, but we're only halfway through them right now. We still have to win this series. Ottawa's up 2-0 against Montreal, and heading into Game 3 here, we look to take the stranglehold on the Stingrays. So, first period in San Jose, we're down 2-1 as Horvat and Garland score on home ice. Vasyunov gets the only goal for us there on 8 shots. We got to shoot the puck more if we're going to score more in this game. Second period, it's a 2-2 game as Davidson gets another goal for our team, and we are tied up in this contest, getting outshot still 25-19 heading into the third period. So, to start off, Kirby Dach gives us the lead, and then Sonnenberg extends that lead, and then Kucherov brings it right back to a 1-goal game here. So, that was a very eventful start to the third. Obviously, this is just a one-shot game, and if San Jose is going to continue to outshoot us, they're going to tie it like Ian McCoshen does. Power play for San Jose doesn't convert. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise, but let's see what happens here in the final 5 minutes. Not much time left, really, and next goal wins, I think. And there you go, Heponiemi gets one for San Jose, so we won't be sweeping the Stingrays this season, as they do show a little bit more heart and a little bit more fight against a team that has really dominated them over the last couple seasons. So 2-1 now. Looks like Montreal also got the result there on away ice to start off. So heading into Game 4 now, we do want to try and get the lead here. If we don't want the series tied, we want to be ahead the whole time, and let's see what happens. So first period, we're up 1-0. Dante Heinen coming in clutch again in this conference finals here. He has scored a couple big goals already for us. We get outshot 12-10, but we're ahead by 1 goal. Second period, it's a 1-1 game as Leo Brookbank scores there for San Jose, and we're getting outshot now 24-21. So that's not what you like to see, especially since this San Jose offense is so lethal and potent. We don't want to give them any sniff, because the second you do, they're back in the game and they're probably going to score. So really, we're out shooting them now. Dante Heinen gets his second goal of the game. Let's go, Dante. You're honestly crushing it, man. I had a bit of a stutter there, but anyways, not much time left, and San Jose does not tie this one up. We take a 3-1 stranglehold on this series and have a chance to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals in back-to-back seasons. That would be the first time for this team that we make the conference finals more than 1 year in a row here. So we have had some issues with the playoffs. We really did. Like, we won the cup there 4 seasons ago now. And we were like, all right, we're on top. Let's do this. We got knocked out first round. The year after, we got knocked out second round. So then finally, to win more than 4 playoff series in a row is huge for this team. We're actually at 7 playoff series won in a row now, as we won the Stanley Cup last year. And now we are, actually, no, we're not at 7. We're at 6 right now, but we can make it 7 here. Okay. Montreal tied it up against Ottawa. That is interesting. So let's see what happens here in Game 5. Obviously, on home ice, we can complete the sweep, and that would be huge. So, well, it's not a sweep, but, San Jose comes out strong, facing elimination. They're not letting us have any chance here. So, 16-9 on shots. Horvat, Morrissey, and Kucherov all score for San Jose. Second period, it's a 4-0 game as Ryan Murray scores again on us, and we have been silenced so far on home ice. This is not good, boys. This is how you let momentum slip here. But Vasyunov gets one for us there at the 13-minute mark. I don't know. Yeah, we're not coming back here. Brookbank scores again there. And, really, this series is just done at this point. Or this game is just done at this point. But not great. Not great there at all. So Ottawa goes up 3-2 in their series. San Jose brings it back to the 3-2 series here. And heading to San Jose here in Game 6, we do want to stand a chance of trying to knock them out here because we don't want to go to 7 with this team again. So first period, it's a 1-1 game. Horvat opens the scoring, and then Davidson ties it up on the power play just a few minutes later. We outshoot them 11-8. Second period, it's a 4-3 game for San Jose. We started off strong on the power play as Doc and Savan scored. I think the coach might have, got his boys to realize, hey, no more penalties or they're going to score on us again. They come back and score 3 goals and take the lead heading into the third. We're getting we're out shooting them 23-19 on shots, but we need to try and win this game now. All right, so here we go. In San Jose, we can't drop another contest here. We've just been a little bit too tight with them, and we can't continue to lose games here to a team like this. Obviously, they have minimal offense, but Clayton Keller is able to find minimal defense, not offense. They've got a lot of offense, but that was a fantastic goal there. The top line puts a tic-tac-toe play together there. Leach to Savan to Keller. It's bang, bang, and it's in the net, and yeah, their goalie just could not get over in time there, and the top line puts together another set of points there. With Salio and Davidson on defense too, that's just absolutely skillful and really just lock down great defensive pairings. Like, this is all around +5 boosted here when we're playing with this lineup right now. So let's just keep it up, boys. We got a tie game here and lots of time left still. So all right, Kirby Dach on the face-off is a win. Anderson's going to fire through traffic and unfortunately hit Dach. I think that thing might have found the net if it hadn't hit Kirby Dach there. So anyways, let's get the sniper moving here. He's got some speed. Marcus Vasyunov, you can see, gains the zone very easily, but then we just kind of give up the puck there. So let's get set up here. Vasyunov going to tee one up. Oh my goodness, man. He's got a cannon, and that is another power play that converts. Really, this team is deadly on the power play, man. And honestly, our shooters are just getting better with time. Like, Vasyunov has become a critical piece of this team. We were able to snag him 5th overall a couple years back there, and he has just continued to perform for this team. He's really been put in the right situation, and look at that shot, man. My goodness. Honestly, you'd expect a lot of right-handed goalies to glove that, but apparently not, as Pettersson just misses it there, and really, their goalies aren't that fantastic. But anyways, we gain the lead here on a power play. Big surprise. Come on, Salio, you gotta grab that thing, man. You cannot give them that opportunity, and that's what happens when you don't take the puck at the right time. They convert. And that was, I would say that one was Tommy Salio's fault for not winning the stick battle in front of the net there. It's just not good enough, man. I know he's only 82 rated, but like, I gotta step it up, boys. You can't be taking stupid penalties when you have the lead. So anyways, we got a tie game here now, and that's not great because really, we were poised to win this thing if we just played our game, didn't do anything stupid, but we did. And alright, here we go. Donovan Leach walks in and snipes it, man. That's just what he does, and there's under 2 minutes left. I just made sure that his stick was clear of the defenseman's leg, and the second that the lane was there, I fired it, and the goalie just misses it again, man. I'm telling you, you can't win a Stanley Cup with bad goaltending. You have to have at least an 82, maybe 83 rated goaltender, and Pettersson just misses it high glove again. Like, he's just not good enough. So yeah, really, this series is probably over at this point as our players prove to have the better all-around team, and that one's just right up into the top of the net. So yeah, not much time left. We're looking all right. Most of the way down the ice. There's still 25 seconds left. There is definitely some interference going on that play, but we are able to clear the puck to the corner. Not much time left. Cullen got decked earlier, and he's going to get the insurance marker there, bury the empty netter. And we are through to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second season in a row. Let's go. And there you go. Houston is through to round number 4, the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go. So the handshake lineup there: Kucherov, Davidson, big name players obviously, but defense wins games, man. If we have the better defense, if San Jose had better defense, they'd probably be in the Cup Finals right now. The goaltending was pretty atrocious too, to be honest. So they still need some work, and they've got their cap space a little lopsided right now. So, anyways, that goal by Vasyunov was absolutely insane. But what a game that was. Come back from a couple goals down, score 3 goals. Actually, no, we scored 4 goals in the final frame there to win that game by 2 goals. And yeah, the start of that period was pretty nice too, with our top line putting that tic-tac-toe play together. So we're through. All right, and we will be taking on the Ottawa Spartans in the Stanley Cup Finals. First time these teams will ever meet in a postseason matchup. And that's not going to be this episode. That's going to be next episode, as really we're going to wrap it up here. It's been a fun playoff so far. Our team's really clicking. Alex Barkov's honestly doing all right still in Mississauga there. Like, they're not looking bad. Every time I look at them, I'm like, I feel bad for trading Barkov, but at the same time, it was probably the right move at the right time. And they got Tuukka Rask looking for another Stanley Cup here. That's interesting. But really, I think our team, again, just outclasses these guys defensively. There's no way that you can try to compare these teams. Ooh, Justin Barron, one of our old draft picks. He's in that defense. I wonder if there's anybody else. I don't think anybody else we drafted is in this team. Maybe Malatesta? No, Ottawa drafted him. Dominic Cahoon's in there. They've got a good lineup. Don't get me wrong. It's a very, very highly skilled offensive lineup. Oh, Tyler Bertuzzi's the other player that used to play for us. Obviously had some absolutely massive seasons in Houston there, putting up 66, 56 points. He was really crushing it there for a bit, but we trade him to Ottawa. He puts up an 82-point season at one point in his career. So he's getting up there now, but honestly, so is the majority of their forward core. Actually, no, they're in their primes, I'd say. A lot of guys are in their primes, and, they've still got the opportunity here to win a Stanley Cup against us. But when you look at their team and then you look at our team, I don't think it's even comparable, besides maybe the offense. And even then, our team is just so darn good offensively that I'm not exactly worried. I get the feeling that Topi Kapanen might be shooting up here to a medium elite if his season continues the way it has. Like, has his best NHL season to date there, puts up 51 assists, has a great year, really. And then in the playoffs here, he's got 17 points already. Like, that's just rock solid, man. And really, the whole second line's been clicking so far. But I get the feeling that, you know, if we do toss a guy like Tyler Cullen or somebody in here instead, that's not going to affect how this line plays too much, except for maybe the size a bit, to be honest, because you look at the size on these players, like, yes, maybe the top line is a little bit smaller, but not really. Like, everybody's at least 5'10" in this forward group, which is good. Yes, we do have a couple players that are 5'10", but then you look at the defense. Davidson's the smallest guy on the team at 5'9". Everybody else is over 6 feet tall, and the goalies are nobody under 6'2". So, yeah, the goalies have been really darn good so far. Save percentage 1.0. Jeez, man, he really did just play absolutely phenomenal in the playoffs so far. Johan Lundberg did, but as far as the entire season goes, he only won 9 games there in the NHL this season, so that's too bad. But, you know, I think he's going to be good for the future. He's going to be an awesome goalie. We are paying him a little bit much heading into next season, but I'm happy with how the team looks. I think we stand a good chance of potentially winning another Stanley Cup here with this team. So anyways, that is going to be wrapping it up. If you guys are enjoying this series so far, please make sure you go down below or click in this corner right here and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, leave a like if you made it to the end of the video and actually enjoyed, and also feel free to turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and feel free to comment as well. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.